Hello, this is Math Models. We're on topic 1-3. These are the notes on fundamental counting principle. So, we have an example. We have 3 belts. One of them is red, one of them is white, and one of them is blue. We have 2 hats. One is yellow, one is green. And we want to draw a tree diagram to determine how many different outfits I can wear using a belt and a hat. So let's go ahead and do belts first. I'm going to start with my belts. I can have a red belt, a white belt, or a blue belt. Next we're going to go with hats. Well, from red, I could have either yellow or green. From white, I can have either yellow or green. And from blue, I can either have yellow or green. So that gives me red yellow, red green, white yellow, white green, blue yellow, blue green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different outfits. And this leads us into counting principle number 1. It basically says that if we have 2 events, such as choosing a belt and choosing a hat, and we want to know if they both occur, so that means A occurs and B occurs. Since we're using the word and, multiply. Well, 3 times 2 equals 6, which is what we got down here. And so that's the counting principle number 1. If we're using the word and, we multiply. Let's go ahead and look at example number 2. So we have 5 pair of slacks and 4 pair of shirts, and we want to determine how many outfits we can choose if we wear 1 slacks and 1 shirt. That would be 5 times 4 equals 20. There were 5 slacks and 4 shirts. 5 times 4 equals 20. For example number 3, we have 5 rings, 4 bracelets, and 10 necklaces. We want to wear 1 ring, 1 bracelet, and 1 necklace. That means we have 5 rings times the 4 bracelets times the 10 necklaces. And if we do 5 times 4 times 10, we get 200. So we have 200 outfits. 2 different ways to accessorize, given 5 rings, 4 bracelets, and 10 necklaces if we only wear 1 of each. So that's counting principle number 1. One more example. We had 3 belts, red, white, and blue. 2 hats, yellow and green. And we want to know belt or a hat. Well, I can wear my red belt. I can wear my white belt. I can wear my blue belt. I can wear my yellow hat. Or I can wear my green hat. Well, that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outfits. Because I'm wearing one or the other. I'm not wearing both a belt and a hat. I'm wearing either a belt or a hat. And so that gives me 5. Runs us into counting principle number 2, which is if we have A or B, we add. So this or over here means that we are adding, and we're adding 3 and 2. So 3 plus 2 equals 5. And so that's counting principle number 2. If we use or, we add. Let's go ahead and do some examples. Suppose we have 5 pair of slacks and 4 shirts. Okay? We want to figure out if we're wearing either slacks or a shirt. Please come to school wearing both. But here we're just, as an example, same problem. But this time, it's going to be 5 plus 4, which makes 9. Because of the word or. Now, Dudo's Pizza offers 5 kinds of meat toppings and 15 kinds of vegetable toppings. How many if we select a meat or vegetable? Well, there are 5 meat, there are 15 vegetable. Because we're doing or, we're adding. So 5 plus 15 equals 20. And this is not outfits, these are pizzas. Let's go ahead. We've got one more page. This is just reviewing content from earlier. Remember, the probable event is the number of events that we have over the number of the sample space. So what we want over the total possibilities. So now we have 40 gems in a bag. The probability of picking a diamond is 2/5, and the probability of picking a ruby is 3/8. So diamond and ruby. We want to know how many diamonds there are. Well, there are 40 gems, so we just set up a proportion. We have 2/5. This is for diamonds. How many out of the total? Again, this is part over whole. 2/5 equals 40. We cross multiply and divide. That makes 80 over 5, which is 16. And so we have 16 diamonds. Now, if the remaining gems are emeralds, what's the probability of picking an emerald? A few different ways to solve this. The method I'm going to use is we already know how many diamonds. Let's figure out how many rubies. So we already know 16 diamonds. 3 out of 8 equals something out of 40 for rubies. And so we do 3 times 40 divided by 8. Gives us 15. So 16 diamonds, 15 rubies. 16 plus 15 equals 31. So 40 minus 31 means that there are 9 emeralds. So what's the probability? That would be 9 out of 40. And if this would simplify, we would, but 9 over 40 does not simplify. And remember, the reason this is 40 is because there are 40 gems. Okay? And the reason this is 9 is because there are 9 emeralds. All in all, this should be fairly easy. Not a whole lot there. Just remember multiply or add for and or, and then just using proportions to find out how many if you're given the total. Good luck and have a good day.